Reggae used to be that genre, the genre that served as the voice and mouthpiece of the masses, a unifying force able to bring people from all walks of life for a great cause. Where is it now? It's almost as if it never existed, but sometimes it crosses our minds whenever there is systemic injustice, chaos, and corruption. Other than that, it finds itself struggling to stay afloat while competing with mainstream genres such as pop, hip hop, R&B, and Afrobeats. Isn't this a futile attempt? Since the modern world wants to party and have a good time and find no place in their hearts to be able to contain this kind of music. It's said in the hearts of the boomers, Gen X, and millennials, maybe. But why is all this happening to reggae? This powerful genre, helmed by iconic artists such as Bob Marley and the Wailers, Peter Tosh, and Jimmy Cliff. Why did the world switch on reggae? I bet it saddens the hearts of these legends. Anyway, let's find out why. Gen Zs today and millennials are like these days. Listen to mostly alt R&B, neo soul, and the likes. Part of why it's being relegated or forgotten is its lack of mainstream appeal. It traditionally focuses on spirituality, Pan-Africanism, poverty, and systemic injustice. All these themes seem to sound boring to an average Gen Z music lover, as they tend to crave something more vibey, cool, and relatable. Because reggae has deeper, more revolutionary messaging, it often receives less commercial radio airplay than danceable pop music, which is very true. Because nowadays, it's rare to see a reggae song atop the charts. Also, Bob Marley and the Wailers' dominance in reggae music is something that isn't often discussed. They produce global hits such as No Woman No Cry, Could You Be Loved, Three Little Bits, Is This Love, and so much more. They set records, went on international tours, with their songs still getting massive global airplay. It seems the world is frozen in the era of Bob Marley, reluctant to lend ears to new reggae artists such as Coffee, Chronix, Protege, and Leila Ike, who are really doing well in the reggae space, but maybe not on the scale as Bob Marley's or Peter Tosh. This nostalgic feeling of reggae lovers compounds to the decline of reggae, since everyone wants to stay in the past and not move on. Dancehall, a subgenre of reggae with an upbeat vibe that's danceable too, with themes mostly about love, motivation, party, and dance, which actually reflects what the current generation is feeling, not something slow. It has spawned legends and superstars like Vibes Cartel, dubbed King of Dancehall, Shenseea, Skilly Bang, Popcorn, and Sean Paul. Shenseea and Skilly Bang's appearance on Molly's dancehall infused track, Shake It to the Max, was one of the number one most Shazam songs in the world in 2025, topping Billboard Afrobeat charts, penetrating the Billboard Hot 100, and amassing over 400 million streams on Spotify. This further proves that reggae is phasing out in the generation it currently finds itself. Major record labels and mainstream radio tend to favor high energy, fast paced commercial music, which has made it very cumbersome for slower message driven reggae to get heavy rotation. Why? Because it is seen as more profitable and better suited for mass audiences. Commercial radio programming is heavily driven by ratings, advertising revenue, and listener retention. So stations often rely on songs that are catchy, repetitive, and instantly engaging in order to keep listeners from changing the station. As a result, slower message-driven reggae often struggles to receive the same level of exposure. Traditional reggae frequently focuses on social commentary, spirituality, political awareness, and cultural storytelling rather than quick commercial appeal. While these things are meaningful and influential, they may not fit a fast consumption model that dominates mainstream radio and major label marketing strategies. Radio playlists are usually limited and carefully controlled, leaving little room for genres that are considered niche or less commercially predictable. In addition, modern music consumption trends have shifted towards shorter attention spans and viral entertainment. Platforms like TikTok, Spotify, and commercial radio reward songs with immediate hooks, energetic production, and replay value. Slower reggae songs that require listeners to engage deeply with lyrics and messages may not perform as strongly in these environments, despite having strong artistic or cultural value. Regardless of these setbacks, could reggae make a comeback? Is there any glimmer of hope? Let us know what you think in the comment section. And don't forget to thumbs up the video, share the video, and stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.